The book Principles of Dailo is a fantastic guide of how to achieve in one's personal life. It's a two-part book written by Mr. Dailo, who is one of the top investors and portfolio managers in the entire world, in charge of managing millions, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, and he's done so with great success and has consistently been able to outgain the marketplace over time in a way that is famously safe in recession and depression. Maybe not proof, but it definitely, he's had success when in good times and bad. The book has two parts to it, and the first part is about personal success, which is what I'll focus on today, and the second part is about how to manage an organization and create a positive culture. Both parts are very, very powerful, but like I said, I'm going to focus on the first part today because it would be too long to do more than one part, and there's a lot of valuable information in the personal side of things from the book as well. He is releasing a new copy of this book, updated. He released the original copy for free on PDF in 2011, and now he is adding more to it, reorganizing, and the book's going to be in bookstores. So I encourage you to check out his website about the book Principles and check the book out. I'm sure it's going to be very powerful in this updated version, as he has 6 more years of experience leading into the newest version of the book. He's been investing since age 12, I think, according to him, and had huge success and a lot of wisdom and experience to share. 5 principles that will help us all achieve from the book. One is work for what you want, not what others want. How many of us fall into the trap of trying to please everyone else? You need to work for what you want. You need to be a little bit selfish. Really, by being selfish, you're being selfless. And as you achieve what you want, you'll be able to do more for others. Come up with your own independent opinions. Do not worry about what the crowd thinks, what people should think about something. You need to come up with your own opinions, but then you need to test them to make sure they're right. You need to test them over and over again. You need to challenge them. You need to allow other people to challenge them. And he said, be wary of being overconfident. If you're not 100% confident and not certain, you need to learn more or to avoid the risk. And work with realities. And what is the real situation? How many times do we sugarcoat the truth? He's very into being honest with yourself, being honest about the situation, seeing what problems are in front of us, and be ready to improve and work with those problems and realities. He says it's very, very liberating to think for yourself, but you need to be informed. All these people have a lot of opinions, and he said he's not really interested in people's opinions, but he's more interested in how people got to those opinions, so he can see the framework behind them. And we need to examine our own opinions and the framework behind them and the logic behind them and that of others as well. So there's nothing more freeing than telling the truth, the whole truth, not sugarcoating things. There's nothing to fear from the truth. Wrong theories continuously cause problems, and how you handle mistakes is very important. Mistakes are a good thing if you learn from them and you improve from them. If you try to cover them up, they're just going to cause bigger and bigger problems. Basic principles of his life is that evolution is the top priority in the universe, that we are constantly evolving as a universe and as a species, and we need to continue to evolve, and that's what the greatest good is. We all have a desire to evolve, and that's our personal evolution process. We should always be changing and growing. Self-interest in harmony with the universe. You should look out for yourself, pursue your self-interest, but make sure they're in harmony with the universe, not harmful to others. You should always be learning and adapting. That's what separates who's successful and who's unsuccessful. We should constantly be learning and changing. His formula for success is look at reality, add your dreams, add your determination, and that will equal the success you want. Bad choices are choices that allow pain to stop progress. Good choices are ways to manage pain to produce progress. To evolve, you have to push your limits. You have to keep moving forward. You don't want to let pain stop you from evolving. You have to learn from it. He's all about the truth. Face the harsh realities of life. Where are you at? What are you doing? What's the best outcome? What's the worst outcome? A lot of people worry about looking good, and that equals bad choices. They're trying to look good first and foremost. He said, don't worry about looking good. Worry about what the truth is. You want to think about cover-ups. When people have scandals and things like that, they often lie and try to cover things up. They're trying to cover what's called the first order consequence. They're trying to stop the initial embarrassment. But what will happen is down the road, all the lies and the cover-up will create second and third order consequences, which are much worse. So he said, worry about the second and third order consequences, not the first order consequences. Hold yourself accountable. Don't let yourself off the hook. Don't make excuses. To get what you want to suspend your ego. Don't let your ego get in the way. Don't make excuses. Be open-minded to new ideas. Be determined. Show courage to face pain and problems, and rely on people who are stronger than you in areas that you are weak. I really have to set your pride aside to achieve true success. The process for success: you want to have clear goals. You want to be able to identify problems and diagnose accurately what the problems are, what the root of the problems are. You need to design plans to fix the problems on the way to your goals, and then you need to implement the plans by doing the work. Goals and desires are two different things. Goals are things that you want. Desires are things that you want that are keeping you from getting your goals. Goals are what you're truly passionate, what you're truly trying to achieve. Desires are a distraction. You can have anything you want in life according to Ray, but you can't have everything. So you have to prioritize and make choices. Problems are improvements that are screaming at you, things you need to improve on. You might think about, what are the problems in my life? What do I need to improve on? To be great, you cannot tolerate problems. It may be painful to realize them, to recognize them, but you have to realize and recognize them and then look to make improvement. Look for the root of your problems. Look for what's causing the problems. Pain plus reflection equals progress. That's how you make progress. Achievement. Values, what's the formula for, what's the pathway to achievement? You look at your values, you make goals out of your values, you identify the problems keeping you from your goals, you diagnose those problems and the roots of them, and you design plans, and then you carry out the task one step at a time with a laser focus. By following these principles, one can achieve great things in their life, and Dailo has certainly done that in his life as becoming one of the great investors and managers in the last century. And I think we can take a lot from his wisdom and all his years of experience. And he also does a great job in the second part of the book, talking about how to manage people and set a culture in an organization. And I may do a recording on that later. So check out Mr. Dailo's book. And the newest version is out right now. The updated version, it's for sale, and if you look up The Principle by Ray Dailo, you'll see all kinds of links for it. Thank you.